What a bullish week it has been for Bitcoin, for Ethereum, for altcoins. And last night, in just a few minutes, we saw the price of Ethereum spike almost 6% in literally just 5 minutes. And of course, this is happening after the day that Ethereum successfully completed the Shanghai upgrade. So everybody's wondering, how much higher are we going to pump? Are we going to give back some of this massive move? We're going to be looking at a number of different charts today to talk about, first of all, what targets can we expect for Bitcoin and Ethereum? Are we heading into an altcoin season? You're going to want to stick around till the end, so make sure to like, subscribe, and click the bell for notifications because we are bringing you the most timely cryptocurrency updates here on YouTube. And first of all, the context of this massive Ethereum pump is that for a year we had been consolidating within this symmetrical triangle. And now we, in my opinion, have broken out and retested what used to be resistance as support, and we are heading up to some very, very interesting targets. Now, right now, technically, the breakout target of this triangle is going to be somewhere around the $3,000 area. Are we going to see a $3,000 Bitcoin? Well, it is very possible, but we need to be understanding that there are some very important levels of resistance that we have before we get there. Right now, what's most important to me is this volume profile, basically taking a look at all the Ethereum that has traded here since the beginning of 2021. The fact that we have come back inside of the value area low of this range and are now making a higher high on the weekly time frame, literally for the first time. We have not made a higher high on the weekly time frame for Ethereum since November 2021. So this is very historic. The fact that we are changing market structure now on the weekly for Ethereum means that it's more probable that we get more upside than we do downside. However, we are coming right up to a very important level around 2330. This is a major support resistance flip coming back to April 2022. It's also the high volume node of this entire range. So it's very likely that if we continue to pump up here, we do find some kind of resistance right around this area. However, if we can reclaim this area around 2330, it's actually more probable than not that we come all the way up to the value area high of the range, which is also the Fibonacci golden pocket from the all-time high to the low that Ethereum put in June 2022. So there are some very bullish targets here. The question is, are we going to hit those targets? Well, in order to determine that, we need to look at what has happened in the past, and we also need to look at what is currently happening right now. I want to take a look at the Bitcoin Ethereum chart because I think we're starting to see some patterns repeat here. Typically, what happens in the 4-year Bitcoin cycle is after Bitcoin bottoms out, we see Bitcoin bounce, we get that little relief rally, and then Bitcoin starts to kind of chill out a little bit, and we see Ethereum start to take the stage because people make gains in Bitcoin. They're like, you know what, I'm trying to make bigger gains than what I'm making in Bitcoin, so they put their money into ETH. And then we see people take their money from ETH and put it into altcoins because they get super degen and greedy, and they're like, man, I want to be making 50, 70x gains. Well, the Bitcoin price, very interestingly enough, bottomed out around, if we go back in time to the last bull cycle, bottomed out around, we could say like the spring of 2018, right? That's when the Bitcoin cycle pretty much bottomed out, and the relief rally for Bitcoin began in 2019, right around April. That's when we first saw Bitcoin start to get some kind of relief in the last market cycle, okay? So when Bitcoin started to get a bounce around April 2019, we could check out the Bitcoin chart here and see that, yeah, it was right around April 2019, right here where Bitcoin began to get that relief rally. We had a few months where Bitcoin was taking the center stage, and then Bitcoin starts to range a little bit right around that June, July 2019 area. And if we come back to the Ethereum Bitcoin chart, we can see right around that June, July 2019 area, this is where we start to see Ethereum really outperform Bitcoin. Now, something else that's very interesting is when we take a look at what was happening as well down here, we were trading in somewhat of a sideways range where we had a pretty clearly defined high and a pretty clearly defined low. And we can look and see that we were actually even printing somewhat of a inverted head and shoulders pattern down here, which eventually did break out. And when this thing broke out, you can see that the target that we hit was pretty much, I mean, we went a little bit higher than that, but yeah, we pretty much hit that target and then some. So I see something very, very similar happening right now, which is this. Basically, the Bitcoin price bottomed out around November 2022, which happened right here, all right? And then we saw Bitcoin basically starting in around January 2023, begin its relief rally, right? We saw Bitcoin start to begin its relief rally right around this white line. Ethereum continuing to consolidate in the triangle, not really changing market structure on the weekly. However, Bitcoin, as soon as January begins, we see the Bitcoin price start to change market structure on the weekly, making higher highs on the weekly while Ethereum is taking the backstage. Well, guess what? Now Ethereum is starting to change market structure, and we are actually getting a very bullish bounce right here from a key zone of support, the value area low of this range, which is part of a giant cup and handle. And we're coming up to a very, very key zone of resistance right here, which is the high volume node of this range at around 69,000 Satoshis. What this means is if the Ethereum Bitcoin pair can hold above that 69,000 Satoshi level, it's very probable that we see Ethereum outperform Bitcoin by about a 12% up to this value area high / golden pocket at around 77,000 Satoshis. So we could really see the Ethereum outperform Bitcoin by about 12% if we can actually hold above this level. Now, when we take a look at our indicator, market Cipher B, we can see that we are in fact printing an anchor and a trigger wave green dot on the weekly, which makes me think, yes, we could really see Ethereum start to rally up to this area 76,000 Satoshis, which would be very, very bullish. Okay, now if that happens, I do believe we could see Ethereum continue to rally. This is against the US dollar, right? Another 11-12% coming right up to this next major area of resistance right around that 2330 level. So right now, my next major target for Ethereum based on the Bitcoin cycle and what we're seeing happen right now as far as the market cycle goes, and both of these charts is I'm looking for a 2330 Ethereum within the next week or so. I think it's very, very possible. That is my target. And I'm looking for the Ethereum Bitcoin pair to get a 12% move up right around to that 77,000 Satoshi area. Now, something else that we need to keep in mind right here is the fact that we are currently forming an inverted head and shoulders pattern here. Now, yes, it's very sloppily drawn. Okay, we could kind of draw this a few different ways here, but in general, we are seeing the same exact thing kind of happen right now that we saw happen back in the last cycle where Ethereum Bitcoin pair broke out. Now notice this, once we break out of the invert head and shoulders pattern here, this is where the massive altcoin gains are made, right? 188% Ethereum is outperforming Bitcoin in the last few months of that major bull market. And then after that, of course, we saw smaller cap coins go crazy. But look at this. The target of our inverted head and shoulders pattern right here is going to be basically right around the next Fibonacci golden pocket coming in at around like 100,000 Satoshis. So we have some pretty high targets here once this invert head and shoulder pattern breaks out. And I believe that it will be breaking out. Probably not this year. It could, but let's see how long it takes, right? It does take some years, right? Maybe within another year or so, we could see this thing break out after the halving happens and Bitcoin gets a massive rally, and then we see ETH start to rally. But this is really something to keep our eyes on, because if this does start to break out, and let's say we break out and we get a confirmation retest, that means not only are we breaking out of this head and shoulders pattern, but we are also breaking out of this massive cup and handle with a target of basically all-time highs for the Ethereum against Bitcoin. And we very well may see one ETH basically 150,000 Satoshis or higher, right? We may hit a new all-time high in this coming cycle for Ethereum to Bitcoin, where we actually might see one ETH worth a quarter of a Bitcoin, depending on how things go. Things are very volatile right now in the world, but it's very, very interesting what is going on. So I do believe we are going to see a continuation of this rally here for Ethereum and Bitcoin. And look, this is macro time frame analysis here, right? This is not like what's going to happen tomorrow. This is what's going to happen over the course of the next few weeks. And this is what I'm currently thinking. This is not financial advice in any way, shape, or form, right? Of course, I'm also a scalper and a day trader. By the way, guys, if you want to check out this Bitcoin price action is doing absolutely amazing. And in the Casper Crew VIP Discord, we are absolutely crushing it with these trades, because every single day we give the levels, the green boxes where we're looking to take trades, right? Yesterday, we literally got a move down right from the box, kaboom. We came right up to the box right here, got our perfect rejection, and then on the way down, I gave everyone the heads up. Look, guys, this level is definitely looking juicy for a take profit and a bounce right here. And once again, guys, the Casper crew, we timed that exact bottom for a juicy bounce on Bitcoin. So, scalping and day trading, there's plenty of opportunities, guys. If you want to join the Casper crew VIP Discord, you can go to the website jasoncaspertrading.com. Go ahead and click the link to join the Discord. Also, if you want to check out our courses to actually learn how to trade, or if you want to catch juicy entries literally from the exact bottom like this, the course will teach you how to do that. Check it out. Also, if you want to trade with 0% limit fees on ByBit, guys, link in the description. It's actually a really good deal for people who are trading on lower term time frames. If you don't know how to trade, please stay away from trading on ByBit. But if you deposit $100, you get 1 month free of our Crypto Fusion trading bot, which will trade for you. It's actually a really good deal. So check that out if you're interested. And if you're not interested, well, please don't check it out. Make sure to like the video. If you dislike the video, make sure to hit that dislike button twice. May God bless everybody in the name of Jesus, the Messiah, even if you're not religious. And I'll see everybody in the next video. Peace.